Archangel Michael says, listen carefully, this message is for you, and it is not to be ignored. This moment has been chosen by the heavens. Today is June 8th, and Archangel Michael has been watching over you with a trembling urgency in his heart. For exactly 20 seconds, he stood in the doorframe of the spirit realm, begging for the gates of this message to open, pleading for God to allow this message to reach your eyes. You may think it's a coincidence that you're reading this, but there are no accidents here. Every detail of your life is being rewritten tonight, and it begins now, as these words touch your soul. Something will happen in your house tonight. You must be prepared. You must be aware. This is not a poetic metaphor. It is real, it is spiritual, and it is necessary for your destiny. Archangel Michael says, this soul I protect is being pulled toward a doorway, and if they do not open it, everything they've prayed for could be delayed again. Tonight, your house becomes the battlefield between revelation and deception, between breakthrough and breakdown. You have noticed it, haven't you? The silence in your home lately feels different. The air is heavier at night. Something or someone is near, watching, listening, waiting. Your name has been called in the spirit more than once in the last 48 hours. God has sent His angel to make sure you do not miss the sign again. There is a knock coming to your spiritual door. Do not let fear block it. Do not let distraction deny it. Someone tried to intercept this message before it reached you. They know you're close to the moment where your tears will turn into gold, where your shame will become the stage for your elevation. That's why strange things have been happening in your home. Unusual dreams. Forgotten keys. Flickering lights. A missed call you cannot trace. These are not accidents. These are alerts. Archangel Michael says you have been too kind to someone who is secretly working against you. They eat your food, they laugh with you, they pray with you, but they report you in the spirit to delay you. But their time is up. There is an urgent assignment tonight. A shift. A removal. A divine repositioning. Something sacred will be placed in your room tonight, and something demonic will be taken out. But you must be spiritually awake to notice the exchange. You have cried so many times behind that closed door. You whispered prayers you thought no one heard. But heaven recorded every syllable. You were not ignored. God says, the silence was not rejection, it was strategy. I had to wait until they were tired of pretending, until the mask fell off. That moment is now. Today. June 8th. Archangel Michael was not allowed to speak until tonight because the enemy had placed a watchman over your gate. But their grip has weakened, and their power is draining. You must listen carefully now. What you do in the next few hours will decide whether this cycle ends forever or repeats for 7 more months. Someone close to you is going to act strange tonight. Do not confront them. Just watch. The one who used to speak life over you will suddenly go silent. Don't chase their approval. This silence is a divine separation. God is exposing what you didn't want to see. They were never aligned with your blessing. They only stayed to benefit from your potential. But the potential is becoming reality, and now they're afraid. That's why God had to wait for this moment. The moment you could stand alone in your house, without begging to be loved. Archangel Michael says, I am entering your home tonight, and I will not come alone. There are 3 angelic forces I am bringing with me. 1 for protection. 1 for clarity. 1 for reversal. Yes, reversal. What they did to stop you will now promote you. The lie they told behind your back will elevate your name in places they never imagined. The person who thought they were destroying your name is now unknowingly being used by God to spread it. Every trap they set is turning into a testimony. But again, you must stay alert. At exactly 11:40 p.m. tonight, something will stir. You might feel an urge to move from one room to another without knowing why. Do not ignore that pull. It is not random. That is the Spirit guiding you. You may hear a whisper that sounds like your name. Do not be afraid. It is not a demon. It is your angel identifying the location of the blessing that is being dropped. You must move when prompted. You must not delay. Heaven has waited too long for this moment. The timing is surgical. There is something in your house, either physical or spiritual, that has carried the scent of delay. It may be an object connected to someone who used to be in your life. It may be a gift you kept, thinking it was harmless. It is not harmless. Tonight, you will be shown exactly what it is. If you obey and remove it, the release will begin. If you ignore the instruction, confusion will return. The warning is clear. The love of God is strong. This is your moment to prove that you are ready for the life you prayed for. God says, you asked me to show you who is real. You asked me to make the truth clear. But now I'm asking you, are you ready for the answer? Because the person you suspected, yes, it's them. The dream you had wasn't imagination. That voice you ignored wasn't paranoia. It was me. It was Michael. It was the divine alert you begged for. And tonight, in your own home, you will receive confirmation so loud that it will be impossible to deny. Do not post about this. Do not speak about this prematurely. Silence is your weapon tonight. Obedience is your sword. Archangel Michael says, even one sentence to the wrong person could delay this operation. Keep your lips sealed and your spirit open. Your house will feel different after midnight. There will be a tangible peace you haven't felt in years. That is how you'll know the shift has occurred. But until then, stay in expectancy. Keep your eyes open, your ears open, your spirit open. There is also something beautiful coming. A person who once forgot your worth is now being haunted by the memories of your goodness. They were warned by an angel in a dream about what they lost. Tonight, while the angel moves through your house, another will visit theirs. The connection is not dead. It was paused for divine timing. God is restoring what was broken, but only if your heart stays soft and your eyes stay forward. If you have felt unusually emotional today, that's why. Your spirit has already sensed the angelic activity. If you felt the need to cry without reason, it was a cleansing. If you felt agitated or anxious, it was the tension of war in the atmosphere. But now the air is thinning. The darkness is lifting. The angels are entering. Your breakthrough is on the floor of your bedroom, waiting for your yes. God says, this is the reward of your hidden obedience. What you did in secret is being honored in the open. But don't let people drag you back to a version of yourself I've already delivered. They will come with temptations, with offers, with smiles that feel familiar. But remember who they were when you needed them most. Remember the silence. Remember the betrayal. And remember that tonight, I sent angels, not people, to rescue you. Because some things are too holy to be touched by human hands. You may notice something fall tonight. A picture. A frame. A sound. That's not bad luck. That is the final shake. The final sign. The final movement before your atmosphere changes. Let it fall. Let it break. Let it go. Don't run to fix what I'm trying to remove. You can't build your next chapter with pieces from a haunted page. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not late. You are right on time. This message is not viral for the world, it is sacred for your soul. Archangel Michael is still standing. His wings are stretched across the corners of your home. He is clearing out the shadows. He is protecting the windows of your spirit. And when the night turns to morning, you will wake up and feel the shift. You won't be able to explain it, but your heart will know it. This was the night everything started again. God says, I am not a God who forgets. I am not a God who teases. I am not a God who lies. What I promised you is still yours. But tonight is the unlocking. You've waited for years. But tonight, everything changes. Open the door of your heart. Let the angel walk through your home. Stay silent. Stay awake. This is the moment. This is the night. This is the word. It's just for you. Amen. I am the Lord your God. I speak now, not with noise, but with purpose. I see what you don't. I know what's approaching even before it touches the edge of your reality. You've been sensing something coming, haven't you? A pull in your chest, a strange heaviness in your house, an energy in the air you couldn't explain. You've wondered if you were imagining it. But it wasn't your imagination. It was me, tugging at your spirit, trying to get your attention. And now I am speaking plainly. Tonight, yes, tonight, something will shift inside your home. This is not to frighten you. This is to prepare you, to protect you, and to release what I have been holding back until you were fully awake in your spirit. That's why I've sent Archangel Michael. He is not coming with soft words. He is not coming to decorate your thoughts. He is coming with a sharp message and a shield of fire. Because what has been roaming around your atmosphere has crossed the line. And now, heaven has stepped in. There has been a spirit, a presence, not always loud, not always obvious, but consistent. A coldness. A disruption. A tension. You've tried to ignore it. You've tried to explain it away. Maybe it came through a person. Maybe through a sudden argument. Maybe through a recurring silence. But you felt it. You know something hasn't been right. Child, you must hear me now. What is coming tonight will test the spiritual foundation of your household. It will either enter through silence, or it will be blocked by awareness. It doesn't need your invitation. It only needs your distraction. That's why Archangel Michael is alerting you now. That's why you are being begged for 20 seconds of full focus. Because this moment, tonight, matters more than you know. There is a conversation that may happen in your house before midnight. It will seem normal on the surface. But watch carefully. It carries a seed. It may be a word said out of anger, or a comment that triggers something in your heart. It may come from someone you love, or even your own mouth. That's how the spirit wants access, through emotional doors. Or, it may be silence. A heavy, unspoken tension. The spirit behind it thrives in rooms that are quiet but heavy. It feeds off what is left unsaid. It grows where bitterness is hiding. It sharpens its edge in moments of passive surrender. But I say to you now, not tonight. You are to stand watch. You are to take 20 seconds, just 20, to stop everything, breathe deeply, and say aloud, God, I give you full authority in this house tonight. That act alone, spoken with sincerity, will shift the spiritual climate. It will cause the enemy to panic. Because the presence of God is unbearable to darkness. I want you to know this: tonight was scheduled. Not just by the enemy, but by me. Because I am about to prove to you that I am real in ways you've never experienced. I've seen your doubts. I've seen the days you questioned whether I was truly with you. I've seen your lonely moments, your unanswered prayers, your attempts to be strong when you felt completely invisible. But tonight, I will make myself known. You will feel me. The enemy has tried to make you believe that nothing important happens in your life. That you're not chosen. That your house is too ordinary for spiritual activity. That is a lie. What makes your house powerful is not its structure, it is my presence. And my presence lives where my word is honored. Tonight, as you receive this message, the atmosphere is shifting. Angels are being stationed. The temperature in the spirit is changing. There are 3 things I need you to do tonight. First, speak out loud that I am Lord over your house. Walk from room to room if you must. Touch the door frames. Say my name, Yahweh, El Shaddai, Jehovah, whatever your heart is led to say. That name alone will cause hidden spirits to tremble. You may feel a chill. You may feel a release. But do it in faith. The enemy thrives in silence. Break it with my name. Second, do not respond to provocation. If someone stirs an argument, if a painful memory flashes, if something tries to press your emotions, do not take the bait. This is the enemy's tactic. He wants to open a door through your reactions. But you are stronger now. My spirit lives in you. You will walk in peace tonight, not emotion. Third, expect revelation. Yes, I said expect. Because I will show you something tonight. It may come in a dream. In a vision. In a sudden name that pops into your mind. I will expose something hidden, someone's intention, a deception, a buried memory, or a truth about yourself you've been avoiding. This will not be to harm you. It will be to free you. To clarify. To awaken. Because confusion has lingered too long. You've been praying for a breakthrough, but you didn't know it would start with exposure. Breakthrough begins when truth enters the room. And tonight, truth is walking into your house with divine authority. Someone close to you, perhaps living with you or frequently visiting, is carrying energy that conflicts with what I'm doing in your life. They don't even fully know it. But they are acting as a conduit. That's why some things in your life suddenly stall after they visit or call. That's why your dreams become chaotic after certain conversations. I'm not telling you to fear them, I'm telling you to pray for them, but guard yourself. This night is a wall. On one side is what the enemy hoped to slip into your home: division, anxiety, spiritual heaviness. On the other side is what I've destined for you to receive: peace, clarity, open doors, and spiritual discernment. Which side manifests depends on your response in these next few hours. There is a shift coming after midnight. If you listen tonight, by morning you will feel it. You'll wake lighter. You'll feel more confident. You'll see signs. You'll get unexpected confirmation. And for the first time in a long time, you'll feel that I'm near. Because I am. You have been chosen. Not because you are perfect, but because you are sensitive. Because your heart still believes. Because even when you felt weak, you stayed. Even when others mocked your faith, you prayed. Even when you didn't hear me clearly, you still trusted. And now I reward that trust. This will happen tonight. I am not giving a date to scare you, I am giving it so you know that this is not general. It is for you. It is real. And it is now. Do not skip this. Do not scroll away and forget. Tonight is holy. Tonight is strategic. Tonight is proof. Archangel Michael stands at your door. He is not there to frighten you. He is there to protect the movement of God. Welcome him. Let the Spirit of God fill your home. And remember, all it takes is 20 seconds. Speak. Listen. Watch. Believe. I am the Lord your God. And I have spoken. Amen. Tonight is not like other nights. The clock is ticking, and I, the Lord your God, am speaking now, not through thunder, not through fire, but through a message I designed only for your spirit to recognize. This is not for the ears of the world. This is not for sharing. This is not a broadcast. This is for you. And only you. Because tonight, something will happen in your house that was never supposed to happen. Archangel Michael has pleaded to be sent on your behalf. He begged me to allow him to whisper in your ear. To shake you gently. To pull you out from a danger you have chosen to ignore. For 20 seconds, heaven has gone silent. Do you feel it? That stillness? That eerie pause? The angels are holding their breath right now. I command you, child, do not skip this message. Don't laugh. Don't scroll. Don't pretend you didn't see it. Because if you pretend, then you will not only deny me, you will deny the protection that is on its way. You are not reading this by accident. You were dragged here. Pulled. Tapped on the shoulder by something you couldn't see but could feel. That was Michael. That was the angel of fire. That was my hand. Tonight, as the shadows shift in your room and the air thickens with silence, something spiritual is preparing to manifest. There is a presence coming. It has tried before. It has knocked on the windows of your destiny. It has whispered through the mouths of people who seem close but are poison. Tonight, it will try again. But this time, if you do not open your eyes, this time it may enter. That's why Michael begged. You have been surrounded by someone who pretends to love you, pretends to care. But they are only standing close to measure how to break you when you're most vulnerable. They were planted, not sent. Assigned by an unseen enemy, not permitted by me. They laugh with you during the day, but at night they release words in the spirit meant to bind you. They've used your kindness as a weapon. They know what you love. That's how they know what to take. And yet, my child, my beautiful vessel of glory, you have been chosen for preservation. Even now, as your mind tries to make sense of these words, your spirit already knows what I am talking about. Who I am talking about. Don't you feel the heat building in your chest? That is Michael standing behind you now. Don't look with your eyes, see with your soul. He carries the sword of separation. He has waited by your bed for days, watching, guarding, hoping that you would finally read this. You are not safe where you are, not because of the walls or the roof, but because of what has entered with your permission. There is something or someone you have allowed too close. You thought it was harmless. You thought they changed. You thought it was over. But it's not over. It's active. It's alive. It is breathing through your distractions. It is feeding on your denial. And it plans to strike when your guard is at its lowest. Listen to me. I am the Lord. I am not in the earthquake. I am not in the fire. I am not in the wind. I am in this whisper. This sacred moment where the divine pierces your busy day. For if I do not speak now, and you do not act, your tears will come too late. But I don't want that for you. That's why I allowed this word to reach you now. June 8th. The night something was supposed to change, either for your downfall or for your deliverance, depending on whether you obeyed or ignored. Child, look around your house tonight before you sleep. Don't just look for people, look for objects, look for things that no longer belong. There is a cursed thing hiding among your possessions. Something connected to pain. An item. A letter. A gift. Something you kept because of sentiment, not understanding it carried with it spiritual residue. That item is anchoring darkness in your space. Michael says, throw it out. Don't delay. If you wait, it will become harder to remove. You'll make excuses. You'll remember memories. But those memories are not from me, they are traps. There is also a message you are going to receive in the next 2 hours. A call. A message. An invitation. But it's not what it seems. It has been crafted to look beautiful, to feel familiar, to sound like the opportunity you've been praying for. But Michael says, don't bite the bait. What looks like blessing is actually bait. If you say yes, it will derail what I plan to release for you in 7 days. I was preparing a divine meeting, a breakthrough moment with someone whose name has already been written in your destiny. But if you step into this trap, you will delay the divine appointment by 7 months. Yes, you are being watched. Not just by angels, but by eyes you don't see. They track your joy. They monitor your peace. Because your peace threatens their plan. They are jealous of the favor over your life. But do you know what I've done for you? I've hidden your next blessing in a place only your obedience can unlock. No GPS can find it. No enemy can access it. But your yes tonight, your small act of faith, will be the key. Tonight, walk through every room and pray. Out loud. Use your voice. Speak my name. Say, Jesus, walk through this house. Say, every unclean presence must go. Because as you do, Michael will begin to mark your doorposts. There will be a sign in the spirit that tells the enemy, not this house. Not this child. Not tonight. Do not skip your prayer tonight. Do not sleep without closing your spiritual door. The enemy is clever. He doesn't always knock loudly. Sometimes, he slips through passivity. Through laziness. Through tiredness. But not tonight. Tonight, I am sending fire into your house. A holy fire. A cleansing. You will notice things breaking. People falling away. Plans changing. Don't fight it. That is my hand. That is me making room. That is Michael swinging the sword. You asked for peace, but peace requires war first. And I'm answering. There is someone who has been hiding something from you for 9 months. A secret they swore they'd take to their grave. But I am unraveling it now. You will hear a conversation this week, not meant for your ears, but orchestrated by heaven for your discovery. And when you hear it, you will know this message was true. You will weep. But after that weeping, joy will come. Because you will be free. You have been walking with a blindfold and calling it loyalty. But loyalty to a lie is still bondage. I see your tears. I know what you've endured. I know you're tired. You smile, but you are breaking inside. And you've said, God, if you really care, send me a sign. This is that sign. This message is your confirmation. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. You were right. They did plot. They did lie. They did try to bury you with a smile. But the grave they dug for you is about to become their own confusion. I will turn their plans into dust. Tonight, something is going to break in the spirit. You may feel it. You may even hear it. A sudden noise. A flicker. A shift. Don't be afraid. That is the sound of freedom being unlocked. But don't return to old habits after this. Don't go back to what I pulled you from. Because if you go back, the next battle will be harder. Stay out. Stay clean. Stay alert. Stay hidden in me. There is also someone trying to contact you who should never have access again. A voice from the past. A manipulator. A charm. They want to reconnect, not because they love you, but because they sense something good is about to happen in your life. Don't open the door. Delete the message. Block the number. Cut the soul tie. You cannot take Pharaoh into the promised land. Michael has already stood guard outside your house. He has spread his wings over your dwelling. But he is waiting for your agreement. Your yes. Your prayer. Your declaration. Heaven will not force itself, it waits for invitation. Will you open your mouth tonight? Will you pray, even if it feels silly? Will you anoint your doorway with oil or even water, as a sign that this space belongs to me? That act of obedience will break the contract the enemy tried to write against your future. You are not ordinary. That's why your battles have been abnormal. That's why people misunderstand you. That's why attacks feel random. They're not random. They're coordinated. But so is your covering. So is your calling. I don't use perfect people, I use willing people. And tonight, all I ask is that you be willing. Listen. Before midnight tonight, I will whisper again. This time it may be in a dream, or in the voice of a child, or in the sudden remembrance of something you forgot. That is me. That is the Spirit confirming this word. Write it down. Don't dismiss it. Keep your ears open. For this night, June 8th, is the night a seed is planted that will bloom in a way you never expected. And I say to you, I have not forgotten you. I have been closer than your skin. Closer than your thoughts. I have watched over you even when you cursed my silence. I was not ignoring you, I was preparing this moment. This now. This warning. This protection. This turning point. You are standing at the edge of something